Fukuoka, Japan. One of the most important cities in Japan and one of my all-time favorites. Coming here is like visiting the past and present at the same time, with ancient temples and modern architecture. Come join me as we visit this incredible Japanese city. This is travel step by step. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Fukuoka is the 6th largest city in Japan, the 2nd largest port city after Yokohama, and the capital city of Kyushu, Japan. The city is built along the shores of Hakata Bay and has been a center of international commerce since ancient times. The area has long been considered the gateway to the country, as it is the nearest point among Japan's main islands to the Asian mainland. Fukuoka is a gorgeous city and is home to many festivals that are held throughout the year. Of these, the most famous are Hakata Dontaku and Hakata Gion Yamakasa. Tonkotsu ramen is a ramen dish that originated in Fukuoka, and it is a specialty dish in both Fukuoka and Kyushu. Now that we've gone over some basic information of Fukuoka, let's get started with the attractions, starting with Dazaifu Tenmangu, a Shinto shrine. Dazaifu Tenmangu is a Shinto shrine in Dazaifu, Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. It is built over the grave of Sugawara no Michizane and is one of the main shrines dedicated to Tenjin, the deified form of Michizane. Sugawara no Michizane was a scholar, poet, and politician of the Heian period of Japan. He is regarded as an excellent poet, particularly in kanji poetry, and is today revered in Shinto as the god of learning, Tenman Tenjin, often shortened to Tenjin. There are numerous structures, ponds, and over 6,000 plum trees on the 3,000-acre premises. Alongside the path to the shrine are shops selling umege mochi, a grilled azuki bean cake stamped with the pattern of a plum tree flower. These snacks are strongly associated with the shrine for their connection to the legend of Michizane. It is said that an elderly caretaker, Jomyoni, prepared the snacks for him and left one as an offering when he died. The Kyushu National Museum opened on October 16, 2005 in Dazaifu near Fukuoka, the first new national museum in Japan in over 100 years and the first to elevate the focus on history over art. The distinct modern impression created by the architectural facade is mirrored in the museum's use of technological innovations, which are put to good in making the museum's collections accessible to the public. The striking wood and glass building in the hills, it hosts important collections of Japanese artifacts, particularly ceramics, related to the history of Kyushu. If you want to get a great view of Fukuoka, you can do that from Fukuoka Tower. The Fukuoka Tower is a 234-meter or 768 feet tall tower located in the Momochihama area of Fukuoka, Japan. It is the tallest seaside tower in Japan. The highest observation deck at 123 meters has a 360-degree view of the surrounding area. The most popular time to visit is at sunset. Keep in mind that these are not all of the attractions that Fukuoka has to offer. The city has many different types of things to do for everyone of all ages. These are just some of the things that I would do if I had some time to spend in Fukuoka. Some people may mention different things, and locals may mention different things to do, but it all depends on what your interests are. Now, Fukuoka is an amazing city. Regardless of what you see and do, Fukuoka is going to provide things that you like. So we will go over a few other attractions that I have not mentioned in our VR tour. And speaking of the VR tour, are you ready? Welcome to Fukuoka, Japan. This is by far one of my favorite cities next to Toronto. We have already done Toronto, but this is also one of my favorite cities here in Fukuoka, Japan. This will be the first city that we will cover in this country of Japan. Fukuoka is beautiful. I love it. It's actually the first city I visited when I went to Japan back in 2015. So let's go ahead and take a look at our surroundings. We can see here that we're in an area of Hakata Bay, and Fukuoka is on the water. And we can also see the Sea of Japan, which is also known as the East Sea. And we can also, if I zoom out a little bit, we can appreciate it more. So we can see Hakata Bay right next to Fukuoka. We can see the Sea of Japan, or the East Sea. And we can also see South Korea, along with North Korea, up there. And the rest of Japan, as you can see, extends pretty far. And this is the country of Japan, the country we'll be seeing today. Let's zoom into Fukuoka. All right, so I'm going to tilt the earth down. And as I mentioned, this is the bay here, Hakata Bay. And one thing about Japan is that it's very densely populated in the cities. So you're going to notice a lot of buildings really clumped together, tall buildings. There's just so many. As you look around, it just looks like the buildings are almost endless, and you'll really appreciate that once we do a tour of Tokyo. But the buildings just keep on going, and they're just so tightly packed and so small. But they also have big buildings as well in the forms of skyscrapers and train stations and things like that. So immediately, one thing that I see that we should notice is Ohori Koen, or also known as Ohori Park. And it's right here. I used to run around this park very often, or walk around it sometimes when I was in Fukuoka, and it's very beautiful. As you can see, it's right on the water. You can rent boats, and here everything is so clean and so well organized. There's different lanes for people who want to walk, people who want to run, people who want to go on bikes. Basically, there's like there's different lanes for different things. But there's a Starbucks right there as well. So there's different things along the way while you're walking or running, or just, going on a leisurely stroll. Many different things you can see and do in the Ohori Koen area. And it's very clean. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's a very clean park. And that kind of goes for the rest of Japan. Japan is extremely clean, like extraordinarily clean. And there are like no trash cans anywhere. So you wonder, where does the trash go? Well, apparently the people will put the trash in their bags, or they'll hold it with them until they get home, and then they throw away the trash. So it's kind of strange, there's no trash cans, but yet it is just so clean. And so you could take a view of this and see that there are many different types of boats you can rent, and there's a bridge also in the middle that leads to kind of like a small island in the center of Ohori Koen. And here's the bridge right here that leads to the center island area. Well, it's kind of like an island. There is an island right there. But yes, I mean, you can kind of consider this as an island because there are bridges that are leading up to here and bridges that are leading up to this little area here. So you can consider it as an island. So it's great. A great place to come. I really love this park. Just seeing this gives me great memories. I really like it. Okay. So next thing I want to show you is a temple, Dazaifu Tenmangu. So what's interesting about this temple, it's a little bit out of Fukuoka, but in the area nonetheless of Fukuoka. This Shinto shrine is basically dedicated to a deity of learning. And so many students will come here before their exams to pray or to seek or to get, I guess you can say, good luck on their exams, guidance on their exams, things like that. So this is a very beautiful area, very green, very clean as always. many people come here just to see. I came here and I saw this area, and it's not just this is considered a Shinto shrine. It's not just a shrine, but it's more than that. It's more like a lot of culture goes along this area, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. But this is a great example of some architecture, Japanese architecture, and as well as religious type of architecture too. So when I came here, let's see if I can kind of orient myself. Okay, so here's the train station right here. So I'd come on the train, and then I remember taking a right and going down this path. Now this path here, there are a lot of shops along the way. You can buy different types of snacks, and one of the snacks is the umage mochi, which is, like I mentioned, that little cake. I showed a picture of it in the beginning of this tour, and it's very good. And I mean, just walking here gives me memories. Looking at these structures here gives me a lot of memories. I mean, it's just amazing. This city is, to me, really does mean a lot. So yeah, you take this path, and then eventually, and I'll kind of, well, we can probably finish this path here. You can see that it leads to, there's a bridge in the back. I don't know if you see it, but like a red bridge over a pond. There are many other structures here, and there it is. There's the bridge. I want to see if I can kind of get a picture of that bridge so you can kind of see it. See, here's the bridge that goes over the pond. There are other structures as well in the area that you can appreciate that are like in the old traditional Japanese style. So that's what I like about Fukuoka too, is that there's a lot of tradition, a lot of old structures, things like that. So it's great. Now, since we're in the area as well, here is the Kyushu National Museum, a beautiful museum inside and out. It looks very modern, and they have a lot of art in there, Japanese, mostly ceramics and stuff like that, but things dedicated to Japanese history. And this is what the interior of the museum looks like. Everything's very well organized and well kept. I mean, look at the structure from the inside. Look at the ceiling. It's like made out of wood. And so is this area here, made out of wood. This is the information center in the middle. And it's just like I remember it. This is how it was when I came here. And there are escalators and stairs that lead, and elevators too, that lead up to higher levels in order to look at the exhibits. I highly recommend this museum. Okay, next let's go back more towards the city of Fukuoka, which is where we'll spend a lot of the focus of this tour. Now I kind of went a little quickly there, but that's okay. We're going to take a look at Fukuoka Tower. Maybe you can spot it, but it's right there where the cursor is. This is Fukuoka Tower right here. And this is a great place to come in and visit when you want to take a view of the city from the top. I think that it has great views any time of the day, really. I know that sunset's probably the best, but any time of the day really is magnificent. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a view from the top here. So it might be a little bit difficult to get a view from the top of this structure. That's okay. We can't get a view, then we can make a comparison view using the 3D animation images that we have here with us. Okay, so we're just going to do a comparison view. So just imagine being yourself, being near the top of this tower and looking around. You can already appreciate the fact that you can see a lot of the city. And so that is something you can really look at and see it during sunset, and it's really magnificent. Also, looking at the water, it's also very beautiful as well. The water is actually very clean here. Everything is very clean. But I think it's great to just take a look at where you are and get yourself, reflect on that, and kind of familiarize yourself with the city in different ways. And I think looking from the top of a tower is a great way to point out landmarks and things like that. Okay, so that is Fukuoka Tower. We already looked at Ohori Koen, which is here. Let's go look at Hakata Station. All right, so Hakata Station. There are a lot of buildings in this area. Sometimes it's a little bit challenging to pinpoint exactly where the station is. So let's see here. Hakata Station, Hakata Station. I know it's near this area right here. Let's see here. Well, let's make it a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and just search for it. Okay, so this is Hakata Station right here. And Hakata Station is huge. It has so many different shops, so many different things to see. It's amazing coming here. I mean, you can see a lot of things just coming into the store. You can buy pretty much anything you want coming here. Clothes, accessories. There you have plants here. Things for your kitchen, things for your home. It's all here, and many people come here to shop and especially to eat as well. The food at Hakata Station is absolutely delicious, and this is not just a place to shop. I mean, it is a station, so you can pretty much get to anywhere in Japan by using the trains and the Shinkansen as well, which is a fast kind of bullet train. You can get to pretty much anywhere from Fukuoka, and this is the busiest station in all of Kyushu, the island. Kyushu is the island where Fukuoka is on. But yet you see everything is really organized and very clean. I mean, I think you should really appreciate that, how amazing that is, because, I mean, other countries, yes, they can be very clean, but I think Japan has something a little bit more in its cleanliness. It's more part of a culture rather than anything else. So it's kind of in their thinking and their way of life. Cleanliness is a big thing, so it's important to realize. Okay, so Hakata Station. So we took a quick look of the station. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Kushida-jinja Shrine. Now, I remember coming to this shrine as well when I was in Fukuoka, and it's going to be right in this area. Let's see if we can get a quick look at this. So this is the Kushida-jinja Shrine. It's right here. So this is beautiful. It's a great shrine. It's many people come here for religious purposes and to sightsee, you take pictures. But look at the architecture in this area. Isn't it great? I mean, this is exactly what I envision Japan to be like, to look like this, and to visit its great, the brilliance that it brings when it comes to its religious structures, its architecture, and everything in general. So at this place, they have like this festival that lasts for 2 weeks. And they have people who go on floats and they go to different parts of the city. And that's called Hakata Gion Yamakasa. And that's a festival where they go to different areas of the city. And so, yeah, it's great. Okay. Now, last place that I want to show you is called Nanzo-in. Now, this place is in the mountains. And what it is that it's basically a huge bronze statue of a reclining Buddha, which if you put it standing alongside the Statue of Liberty, this Buddha would be longer or taller. And so this is also a Buddhist temple area, but you can see this is a very huge Buddha. Take into comparison these people that are standing next to it. I mean, this big Buddha is definitely a large structure. But this is something you may want to look at as well, because this is not something that you would see when you go to anywhere in the US or a lot of other countries outside of Asia, for that matter. So I would definitely come here too to take pictures and appreciate the beauty and culture of this area. All right, so this has been a tour of Fukuoka, Japan. I really hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. This city really brings a lot of memories. It's a special city to me, and I will make sure to go and visit this city many times in the future, as it is a really big destination place for me and also for many others. So speaking of these tours that we've been doing, our next tour will be a little bit different. Actually, we are going to take a look at the area called Xi'an, which is where they have the terracotta warriors and all those things. That's in China. So we're going to take a look at Xi'an and see what they have to offer for us. And you can plan a trip to China if you like. We may also, at future tours, look at the Great Wall of China and other things as well. But we're going to take everything step by step, exactly how the channel is named. And so this has been Travel Step by Step. I hope that you enjoyed this tour. Thank you so much for being with me. Please like and subscribe. And tell your friends about this channel. Let's get some more subscribers. And I hope you have a great day or a great time wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching.